nice to see you again. My name is Heidi and this is Virkkuumania podcast vlog about crochet. I live in Tampere, Finland. Nice to see you. I hope you are all well. We have here in Finland a winter holiday week, which means that the children and we are on a holiday from school and from work. And of course I got a flu first thing in the next morning, the first morning of the holiday. But it's all better now. My voice is still a little bit low. I apologize that, but please bear with me. In this episode, I have few finished objects and of course some whips to show you. And a status update about the weather here in Finland. Last episode in the end of January, I said that we don't have any snow. After a few days of that episode, we got lots and lots of snow, which was great. But a month later, now in end of February, we don't have any snow here in Tampere. We have sun is shining from blue sky and we have minus 10 degrees temperature, which is crazy because we don't have any snow here in Finland. So this winter holiday has been not so winter-like. We haven't been skating or skiing or anything like that. And this is the strangest winter ever. And now we are looking forward to spring and summer and we don't want to have snow anymore at all. So let's see what happens. Yeah, but that was the status update of the Finnish weather. Okay, first of all I want to show you a mandala that I made for Valentine's Day. And it's this beautiful mandala. This is Candy Heart by Melinda Miller from the book Modern Crochet Mandalas. It's this one that I got for Christmas. The first mandala from that book. And I just love this. And of course I have drops muscat. The yarn is drops muscat and my hook is 3.5 millimeter. Very easy and relaxing thing to do. In that book there is written instructions and charts. So very easy to follow. Very good patterns from this book. Yeah, so this was my first finished object in February. Yes. And in the last episode I mentioned that I have booked a holiday trip for summer to our family. We are going to have a week holiday in Greece, and I have lots of plans to make all sort of crochet things for that holiday trip, and I started to make a summer hat for our girl, and I'm now planning to do also for me, because this was a total success, the girl's hat. So yeah, it looks like this. I will add some pictures to this video with the hat and the girl, so that you can see how it turned out, because this don't fit in my head, so I can't show it to you. This pattern is by from a blog called Naturally Nora Crochet. I will put her new Instagram handle below here. But the pattern is the sun hat. I used Drops Muscat yarn for this hat. The upper part is made with 5mm hook and the brim is with 4mm hook. What was I supposed to tell you about the making of this hat? First I thought that it's going to be too small because I have different yarn than in the pattern and so on and so on. So first I thought that it's going to be too small, and I added rows, but that was a mistake, so I had to frog. And then I decided that it's going to be too big and I decreased, but that was a mistake too. So I just decided to follow the pattern exactly, and voila, it fits perfectly from the head. And of course I followed the pattern with the brim, and why the brim stays like this is that there is a metallic wire in the last round, and you can, depending on the metallic wire, that how you can modify it. If it's really stiff, of course you can't modify it, but I have I think just perfect metallic wire that I can shape the brim as I want to. Only exception with this hat for the pattern is that I made the brim 3 rows shorter than in the pattern. Yeah. And I am thinking to add a little flower or something here, but let's see. But it fits the girl perfectly, and it's really nice, beautiful hat, and I am planning to make another one for me, and of course a pink one or something like that. But really, really easy if you just trust the pattern. There is a three sizes available: toddler, child and adult. And this was the adult size of the pattern. And I used 120 grams of yarn, almost 3 balls of Drops Muscat. What did I? Yeah, I think that was all. Yeah, a very easy, very easy and fast project if you just trust the pattern, and so very easy and fast to do. Just single crochets all the way. Yeah, really nice summer hat, and the girl loves it. That's the main point, of course. I got my girl here to present the hat to you. You can turn your head. Can you see how nice it fits from here and, and from here? Sit straight. No, yes. Istu suorasti. No. Yeah. I think it's just beautiful hat and fits perfectly to her head. Yeah. You can say hi to the camera. Those were those 2 small projects that I was able to do while I was making the Dahlia blanket. The first 2 months has been all about this Dahlia blanket, and now it's finished. Yes. I'm sorry, I just have to think a little bit what to say. So I was right in time. We crocheted, let me think, 6 weeks. Yes, and then there was this week to catch up or darn the ends. But I managed to do everything on time, so I had a week off from this blanket, and I started a few new projects and finished the hat and so on. And on last Friday, Lucy, no, I didn't tell you anything about this. What this blanket is. Well, if you are new subscriber, this is the Dahlia blanket. Designer is Lucy from Attic 24, and this crochet along started in the beginning of January, and end of February you should have a finished blanket. And the yarn is a Stylecraft Special DK. And you can order these yarn bags from woolwarehouse.com. Okay, so I was on time and I had a week off. And on last Friday, Lucy published the border pattern. And oh my god, I love the border. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful and easy to make and fast to make. I did it in three nights. There's six rows in this border, 2 single crochets in the beginning and double crochet row, spike stitch row, and 2 single crochet rows. And it creates like this heart-like pattern in the middle of the border. Really loving this border. And this blanket it's huge. I think it's almost 180 centimeters high or long. How do you say it? But it's very, very long. Well, I have a loose tension, so that's perhaps why. I have crocheted this with 3.5 millimeter hook. Oh, look at these colors. They are just amazing. I think Lucy is just amazing with the color work. Just amazing. So 180 high or long, and the width is about 115 or 20. And it just fits perfectly to our girl's bed. Because I made this for her. But this was really nice project. Really enjoyed it. Few, of course, if I am honest, few nights there was feelings and situation that I was like, oh, why I'm doing this? I want to do something else, because you need to do this every night if you want to have this finished by February. So, and I wanted to have this finished by February because then I want to do all other stuff, and this is a good way to have a finished blanket, because I have had a blanket that it took me 4 years to finish, and I don't want to have that kind of blanket project for me ever again. So this is a perfect way. Of course, you have to be ready for the challenge, and you have to have the time and patience to do this. But I'm really happy that I stick to it and made it, because look at it. It's just beautiful. Yes. And of course, I am now planning to make blankets for the boys also. But perhaps in the autumn. Not now, because I have summer projects going on, but I have lots of planning time now, because I think I believe that they don't want just striped blanket. They want to have some kind of message in the blanket, perhaps something to do with their gaming hobby or something like that. Let's see when I am ready to take a next blanket challenge. But yes, this came out just perfect. And I will the show notes of this episode will be in my blog, and I will add more pictures of this blanket to the show notes. And I haven't calculated how much yarn I used for this, but there is lots of still leftover yarn. I think every color there is about this much, perhaps. And these are good yarns for like mandalas that I'm planning to do more for the summer, for our summer oasis. And because I have 2 mandala books, so there will be some mandalas in the springtime also. And now I have good leftover yarns for those. Yeah, and that were the whips. And what I am doing now, I have started a market bag for our holiday trip, and it's like this. This is Poseidon market bag by Not So Square. You can find her Instagram account by Not So Square. This is a quite new pattern from her, and it was like a destiny, because I had booked the trip to Greece, and I was just scrolling down patterns for bags to holiday, and ta-da! In my Instagram feed there was this Poseidon market bag pattern release. So I just had to make this. Of course I have drops muscat. Well, you probably think that I don't use anything else yarn but drops muscat. But yeah, mainly that's the way it is at the moment, because I have lots of drops muscat yarn. It's a good cotton yarn, and it's not so expensive yarn. Yeah. So this is Poseidon market bag, drops muscat, and hook 4mm. Yeah, hoping to finish this in a few weeks. But really enjoying this also. And my last but not least whip is a carpet to our summer oasis. I am making it from this Langava Frotte Loopy craft yarn, and I will show you. Started this on Monday, on Tuesday, I don't remember anymore. But it's like this. And Loopy craft yarn. Oh, can you see it? This is going to be a carpet to our summer oasis, which we built last summer. In my previous episodes a year back, I am talking about more about my summer oasis if you want to have a look. I have made paintings, mandalas, pillow cushions to that summer oasis, and in the summer I noticed that we need to have a carpet because the flooring is quite chilly, because a wind can blow underneath the flooring. So I just wanted to have a carpet on the floor so that when I sit there and crochet, my feet stay warm. Yeah. So I have been planning this ever since. And the yarn comes in these, how do you say it? I don't know in English. But there is oh, it doesn't say how much. It says that, or how long. It says here is 1.2 kilograms in this, but it doesn't say how many meters. Yeah, but anyway, I have about 60 starting chain stitches, and I am doing double crochet all the way, and this is about 80 centimeters width at the moment, and I am planning to make 120 centimeters long, about, yeah. And the only problem with this is that I can't crochet this a lot per day. It's really hard for my hand. I'm doing this with 8mm hook, and it's so different than with 3mm hook than 8mm hook and this kind of yarn. It's really I'm really easy to get a hand ache or arm ache, so I'm really cautious about these things. So I am planning to do 1 row, max 2 rows per day, or every other day, because I'm not in a hurry with this project. I want this to be ready 1st of May, which is the opening day of the summer oasis, or I have planned it to be the opening day. And so I have 2 months time to make this, so there's no hurry, and I can crochet 1 row per day. So that's why I wanted to start it already, so that there don't be such a hurry, and the outcome is that I have a bad hand or arm ache and I am not able to crochet in a weeks. So that's not an option. So I have to take it easy, 1 row per day. Yeah, but I think this is going to be just perfect carpet for our summer oasis. Yes, I think that was all for this episode, and I will put the show notes to my blog if you want to have more information or more pictures of these projects. And my plans for next month is to do this carpet and the market bag, and I am about to start, or I'm going to make a sample, a gauge swatch about a cardigan for me to that holiday trip. And I will talk to you more about that in the next episode. I have a pattern and I have a yarn, and I need to do a gauge swatch because it's not the same yarn as in the pattern, and I have a loose tension and so on. So I need to be sure that what hook size I have to use, that I can get the correct size of the finished cardigan. Yeah, but I will tell you more about that hopefully in the next episode, somewhere around March, end of March or earlier. I hope you are all well, and I hope that the spring is coming. I hope, really. I don't want the winter to come anymore because you didn't come, so you don't need to come anymore. Yeah. Yes. Okay. That's all. Have a nice day. Bye bye.